Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. I hope y'all can see this headline because this is all I got to say right here. Um, the world is pushing back, and I feel like as we in our individual groups and our what do they call those things? The echo chambers. Especially for those of us who are awakened, because we have to be so extremely discerning and oftentimes distrustful, we tend to miss out on some significant things. And to me, this is one huge thing. I didn't really talk about the Pope telling their priests that they could bless same sex couples. If you believe in the Torah or the Tanakh or the Bible, you understand that um, same sex relationships, having sex with the same person, is considered an abomination and is one of the things that the Creator hates. He forbids us to do this, and it's in the Old and in the New Testament. So we can act like it's not, but you cannot be a believer of these words and believe in the Creator and then say, well, there's an exception for. You are seeing where the exception has been made and who made it. It's the vicar of the former vicar of Christ, supposed to be the spokesperson for Christ or for Christians, which is the Pope. And he recently made an announcement to the Catholic Church that they can bless same sex couples, which means they can also take communion. And y'all know, if you know about the Catholic Church, they don't have the same 10 commandments that Protestant Christians and believers who just follow the Bible, the Torah, and the Tanakh um, adhere to. If you obey the law, statutes, and commandments of those books, they are not the same. If you compare the 10 commandments of those books and the 10 commandments from the Catholic Church, you see the difference. So I recommend that you put them together so you can see how different they are. And again, if you're still in any church, you should really be considering coming out, because um, they're going to be judged for misleading millions, billions of people, especially in Western nations and, really all over the globe, because the Catholic Church is everywhere. So that's how you know every nation and all churches will be judged, because all churches, all religions are a spinoff of something that Rome created. Anywho, African Catholic priests tell the Pope that they ain't blessing no same sex couples. They said what they said, and they are standing on y'all's business. So I don't know if this means that the church is going to split, but it is very interesting watching Africans, Black people, challenge Rome. And this is where it's getting ready to get precarious for all of us, especially those in the church, because they're getting ready to come and persecute Christians and believers. If you don't believe what these folks believe, you are on the poo-poo list. That means you're going to get their smoke. So it says African Catholic priests and those from Madagascar rebuked Pope Francis's approval of same-sex couples being blessed by the Catholic Church on Thursday, saying they refuse to follow the pontiff's declaration because such unions are contrary to the will of God. So our people waking up everywhere. And I think we have to give our people some grace. And we also have to stand back and wait and see. The Creator is not done with us yet. He's still giving us time to wake people up. He's giving people time to see. He's giving people time to stand for Him and to speak out. and to sound the trumpet. And I think this is one of those opportunities that we should not um, overlook because it is this particular church. So it says Congolese Cardinal Fridolin Ambongo signed the statement on behalf of the Symposium of African National Bishops Conferences, taking a nearly continental, the whole entire continent of Africa, sized stance against Francis's declaration made on December the 18th, which allowed priests to offer blessings to same-sex couples. The change in the Vatican policy was released in mid-December and said people seeking God's love and mercy shouldn't be subject to an exhaustive moral analysis to receive it. Ain't no moral analysis. Yah said what he said. He meant what he said, and he finna stand on his business because these Edomites getting ready to get the wrath. If you did not see the cover of the Economist magazine from 2012, the video that I did before this one, I suggest you go back and look at it. These people know, but their goal is to try to get as many of us ensnared in their deceptions, in their devices, and to have us being disobedient so that we are in receiving eternal damnation along with them, and so that we can help them fight Yah when he returns. Um, it's a very interesting time to be alive. So it says Francis sent the letter to two conservative cardinals in October, suggesting such blessings could be offered under some circumstances if those receiving the blessing did not confuse the ritual with the sacrament of marriage. The declaration sent shockwaves through the Catholic Church, expanding a gap between Francis's progressive leadership and the conservative church in much of the world, including Africa, where the number of Catholic Church members is growing faster than anywhere else in the world, the Associated Press reported. That's terrible. While the Vatican restated that marriage is a lifelong union between a man and a woman, the declaration allowed priests to offer their blessings to same-sex couples seeking God's grace in their lives as long as the blessings are not confused with the rites and sacrament of marriage. That's dumb as hell. Excuse my French. It's dumb as going to hell anyway. Because if you're giving your blessings to same-sex couples, it means you're giving your blessings to abomination, and which is in the Bible, which is why the African Catholic priests are like, oh, wait a minute, nope, 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 can't do this. And you have to also remember that the Roman Catholic Church ran through the continent of Africa and basically forced those people to convert to Catholicism. So people are waking up everywhere and like, wait a minute, we can't go along with this. So continue to watch people wake up and speak out. Don't take these things lightly. It's a huge, huge stance, but it also is representative of those of us who have the spirit in us and are willing to take a stand. So it says, Ambongo said in his statement that was not appropriate for African priests to offer same-sex couples blessings because of the confusion and the scandal it would create. Ambongo also asserted that LGBTQ unions are seen as contradictory to cultural norms and intrinsically corrupt, according to biblical teachings condemning homosexuality as an abomination, as I told you. Within the church family of God in Africa, this declaration has caused a shockwave and it has sown misconceptions and unrest in the minds of the faithful, consecrated persons, and even pastors, and has aroused strong reactions, Ambogo wrote. Like we were here in America when Obama came through and was like, yes, Gay people can get married. What? I thought this was a Christian nation. Wait a minute. Wasn't this nation founded on Protestantism? And that ain't what. So, um, the church is trying to force the alphabet agenda down the Africans' back by hook or by crook. They can't do it through politics. They're going to try to do it through religion. And since the two have merged, you're seeing Africans push back on both ends. So now, since they're refusing, they're getting ready to receive offers eventually that they will not be able to refuse. So keep an eye on this story. So, I just want to share this with you quickly so that you can understand what's happening all over the globe. That this agenda to corrupt us and have us export, because we're the dominant group. We are set to lead. Remember, Esau, his rule is over. Jacob, our rule is getting ready to begin. They know this. And so they are trying to take as many of us to hell with them as they can. This is why you need to keep watch. This is why you need to live holy. This is why you need to read the word for yourself. This is why you need to obey the law, statutes, and commandments. This is why you need to keep the Sabbath. This is why you need to come out of her. Her being everything that Babylon gives us, whether it's church and their religion, their systems, their jobs, everything. Get out of it, because you're going to get ensnared. You're going to be forced to make decisions and choices that you don't want to have to make. And these priests are learning it's their time. But all of us need to pay attention, because all of us are going to have to make the same choice eventually. Nobody on this planet is going to be exempt. All right, y'all. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification and hit all so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload new content. Follow me on Odyssey, Rumble, Instagram, and on Facebook. All the links are in the description. In the event that I'm booted from this channel or forbidden from uploading new content, which happens on occasion, I will upload my content on those platforms. Lastly, if you'd like to support the channel, support me, links are in the description for my Venmo and to buy me coffee from Coffee. This is a labor of love, and I do this out of generosity and obedience to the Creator. So there's no sponsorships, no nothing, just me. So anything you give, I greatly appreciate it, because I'm persecuted beyond measure. And beyond measure is not a good way. Anyway, with that said, keep prepping, keep praying, keep seeking the Most High. Keep watch, y'all, because a lot of things are happening. While the bad is rolling, you're seeing our people stand up, and it is a beautiful thing. So we're coming together. Regardless if we can't actually see what the coming together actually looks like, the end result is almost here. And again, it is a beautiful thing. So with that said, this is Marley K, and I'm out of here.